Morning. Well, this week we're here in slightly better circumstances. It's not raining, the sun is shining, a bit cold, and I've got some help arriving today, which is well needed. Yesterday was my birthday, and the best thing I could have got for my birthday is, I'll show you, a coat of undercoat down the whole length of the boat. I'm so pleased. So now that protects the top and I can concentrate on getting the sides done. So I'm going to do it in section. So I've spent the last day or so sanding up this end. So we're going to sand all the way down there. Then take the windows out at the end and just sand around those. I don't want to take them out until I have to, because it's going to be freezing on the boat and we're sleeping on it at the moment to get the work done. I've discovered these amazing things called poly discs, and they just take the paint off without wrecking all the metal underneath. They're the best thing I've found so far. So I'm just waiting for my help to turn up and then we can really get going. And here's Angel ready to do business with an angle grinder. And this was the noisy scenario for the next 3 weeks. Angel did both sides in record time, but the bow and the stern were really fiddly, and by the end of week 3, we had to bring in some extra help in the form of Jake to get it done so that I could actually start painting, bearing in mind that the cold weather is coming in. There's 3 coats of primer so far on. I'm just about to put the 4th one on. It takes me about 2 hours to get up the side of the boat. The windows are all out on this side and I've got nowhere else to put them but down here, so having to walk around those carefully. And I've got the hatch down here which has been painted underneath, and then the 2 side hatches here which are just about to have their 4th primer on as well. So I'm trying to get the area around the windows done as quickly as possible so we can get them back in, because it's obviously a bit cold on the boat. But we've got this tarp screwed in which is stopping the drafts and the dust from getting in. Well, we're at the start of week 4 and we've got both the sides sanded. That side is finished with the primer and this side has got 2 coats of primer on, so another 2 to go. And then all we've got to do is sand the bow and the stern, which Angel will come in and do this week. My hands have given up with the sanding, so I've got to wait for him to do that. But he's brilliant. Then I can start getting undercoat over the whole boat, which will probably be working towards the end of next week, and then I can start the top coat, by which time I should be well experienced at applying paint. The roof I'm leaving for the time being because it just gets very dusty up there and it's taking ages to keep cleaning it all the time. I've vacuumed the boat I don't know how many times now, because we do a section, I clean it, get paint on it, and then we do another section and everything gets covered in dust again. But worse than that, I have to vacuum the scaffold boards, and it sits all along the scaffold poles in little piles, so they all have to be vacuumed too. So once Angel finishes this week, I'll have one final big clear up and then I can just move ahead with the painting. I'm quite enjoying putting the paint on. It's certainly, this primer is lovely to put on. After the initial problems getting it thin enough, I thin it down just a tiny bit. I've put a little bit of Ultrol oil in it and a tiny bit of xylene thinners, and it goes on beautifully. So I'm hoping that the other paint is going to be as good. We'll see. We haven't got a window left in the boat now, and the doors come off this week as well because it's just easier to do those all flat. So just hoping no more storms come through, otherwise it's going to be worse than camping out. So that's where we are at the moment, and hopefully we'll get all the sanding finished this week. I'll be really glad to see the back of that horrible job. Well, this is the beginning of week 5, but it's going to be the end of this video. We've just arrived, it's Monday morning, and I'm just looking at the detritus left from last week. We finished on Friday night as the light was going, and these are all the discs left from that day. I think in the end we got through about 60 of these discs on the whole boat at £5 each. It worked out a lot of money, but they were good. Various paper coveralls, they just got ripped to shreds, and we managed to get the stern and the bow done just as the light was going. It's been stormy all weekend, so we've just got to quickly sand this rust off. That it's just very surface rust. It won't take a minute to get off, I hope. And I am then going to degrease it all and get primer on the front and back, and then clean the rest of the boat down because there's just dust everywhere. But at least now the painting can start in earnest. The sides are half done. Front and back need to have all their primer on and some undercoat. There's storms forecasting all this week, so I'm going to be battling with wind, but at least once the dust is gone I can just keep painting. And so hopefully on the next video I will have turned a corner and actually be starting to put some top coats on, because this is a long job and I've had enough of it. Well, I haven't, but I will have had. Okay, see you on the next video.